All right, welcome traders. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern time for your Bitcoin weekly and daily candle closes. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. And well, here we go. We have a new Bitcoin candle open. See if we got any price action here tonight, this evening. Looks like we did get some major downside price action on this this double top that we had earlier in the week here. Looks like the CMEs, the Bitcoin futures market, is also down around 3% right now. So we could see continued downside as we did, make this flag here. All right. We are showing some signs of obviously. Well, I guess we're not oversold just yet, right? We're sitting around 37 on the RSI. Obviously bearish territory on the RSI and the daily right now. There is a CME gap that we probably will fill, okay, guys, around this 97, around this 9,700 area, okay? So there's a gap there to fill. Now we will, looks like did we touch it? Okay, we didn't touch it just yet, but as you can see, the CME on the daily, we have a pretty heavy wick here. I mean, that's still not saying we don't get more downside price action. I think we get a gap fill. We could go as low as the bottom of the bands here on 81, but that's going to negate a lot of this upside price action that we did have. What I'm looking for here, guys, is that hidden bullish divergence. We did get on the 4 hour. All right, we did get this hammer candle that came in. All right. CMEs, right? But Stokes are still pointing down right now. We might get this back test, or we might even get, like I said, that gap fill real quick down to 9,700-ish. Hey, how you doing, Crypto Keeper? So this gap fill area is I mean, I'm not one to say that we're always going to fill gaps, but obviously we're close enough to this gap here to come down and fill it. It seems like the most logical target, right? So we'll see what happens once we do get this gap fill, if we are showing any hidden bullish divergence, which we aren't really showing just yet. Okay. We are seeing that this negative momentum is weaning, but again, we could get continued selling, especially with the equities markets also selling off. And gold also selling off. So all the markets are selling off right now. It's not just Bitcoin, it's all the markets, okay? We're gonna look at the mini futures real quick too, okay? Same kind of thing, like here's that dump, right? And Bitcoin just kind of following the same type of thing. Cool. TradingView updated their stuff, nice. Okay, actually gold looks a lot better than the S&P right now. Gold holding actually this that's really interesting. Well, gold using this $1,920 area as a critical support for right now. One touch, two touch, third touch is obviously the more times you test this support, the more likely it is to break down. Okay, but for right now, we are holding at this area and making, higher lows for now. Gold. Bitcoin obviously looks more like, let's look at total too. That's actually a good point, Todd. All right, so here's the weekly, okay? So this area is acting as regarded support right now, which makes sense. This was once resistance and is now regarded as support right now, okay? Yes, sorry guys, I didn't explain that. Total 2 is everything excluding Bitcoin. What I actually like to do sometimes is do total 2 versus total. which will kind of give you an idea if altcoins are still a buy versus Bitcoin, or if they are rolling alt for Bitcoin right now. So let's take a look at that too. Here's that chart. Wow, what a candle there on the still holding on to the gains over the 3-day. That's interesting. Or the 2-day chart. That's a serious wick. Serious wick. All right, so we did get a sell that came in the 3rd of September. Go to the daily. All right, so we're still building negative momentum, okay? But we are above 0 on the MACD. So in my opinion, this is still bullish, okay, guys? Altcoins are still bullish versus Bitcoin right now. We do have obviously a sell signal that did come in, obviously, and that's obviously, that makes perfect sense. But we did start on the 4-hour. We did start to make this hidden bullish divergence. It is playing out right now. We are seeing that positive momentum just start, and we did just get the cross up. So we're going to see how high altcoins versus Bitcoin spread can get. This does look like a descending broadening wedge pattern. Okay, we've seen these before. These are usually bullish setups. Okay, so we're at the 50% area, okay, on this. For the measured move, if we remain in this uptrend, okay, puts us to this spread about 0.42. Right now we're at 0.4. Right. This is total 2 versus total, meaning altcoins versus Bitcoin, okay? Let's go back to Bitcoin real quick. Actually, let's look at Ethereum, because Ethereum is obviously the market leader for the altcoin markets. This is actually looking very interesting too. This is actually looking like a lot like what happened in coronavirus, where this, the SPY dumped and had like a V-shaped recovery. Same showing here. We are showing that regular bullish divergence on the 4-hour, right? Throw the bands back on, but we're still down here by the green band area, right? So, just even if this ends up being a bearish cipher or bearish pattern, okay, we could still retrace about 50% of the way before reversing back to the downside, okay? So it looks like we're actually holding this 236 fib area, meaning we put in a local bottom, all right? And we actually pivoted and used it as support. Okay, so right now we're holding above this. Your next real target here for ETH would be like 368.50. Okay, if you can push through that, then we're looking at this, this resistance area up here, this 380 area. And again, if we can push above that, then you're looking back up here, 410, right? 400 area. See if we can get the push. Really all going to depend on what Bitcoin does. So, like I said, I think maybe we get one more leg down on Bitcoin to fill the gap. Real quick, it might be just and Bitcoin could just sit here while the altcoins gain versus it. It's very possible that happens too. Here's ETH BTC. That looks the same, right? So Let's, I think I have it on the Bitfinex chart. So here's ETH BTC. We perfectly hit that 382 fib extension, which I even had as an area circled. We got an immediate pullback there. So we could just consolidate up here, or maybe even come back down to this 236 area. Okay, it's very possible we do that before, you know, trying to make another run up. Again, what I'm going to be looking for is that hidden divergence, or now it would just be regular divergence, not even hidden, right? So if we can form that regular bullish divergence, which again, we're above zero on the MACD, which still is in favor of the bulls, okay? As long as you're above zero on the MACD, guys, it's technically still bullish territory, okay? I want to let you guys know that. If we do start rounding out this negative momentum and it starts weaning off, okay, and we make a, you know, that slanted upsloping island like that, then we're going to get regular bullish divergence on ETH BTC, which would mean that probably ETH will gain versus Bitcoin, okay? Which MFI is this? It's the same MFI that I had shown you. I forget your name. Jay Stabs. All right. Well, guys, at this point, if you'd like to see any altcoins or any coins you want me to look at real quick, please shoot them in the chat. Maybe even stocks too. I know stock market's also very volatile right now, like the VIX. You guys played the VIX the last couple days. You made some good money. All right. We had a nice little falling wedge on the VIX here. The current MFI that I'm using, guys, is the Killer Ilja one. This one. Good evening, Joseph. Barrick Gold. What's the ticker on that, CryptoKeeper? You know what I also want to look at is the DXY, right? So DXY looks like it might bounce here. Should you sell into BTC? Or should you sell into stablecoin? I mean, I can't really tell you what to do, brother. If you guys ever looked at this chart, I mean, it's always good to take profits if you have them, right? But if you're in this for the long haul, then you shouldn't really worry about this little dip. If anything, you should just be buying it or trying to pick up some more crypto, right? So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Bitcoin Rainbow chart, but we're not even near areas like, I mean, this isn't financial advice, but based on this chart, like, we're still in the buy zone. You know, basically a fire sale is where we're at, okay? We got up to, you know, accumulate areas. And you know, we got a rug pull, right? But it's the same thing that happened over here. We got a rug pull here too before the big run up, right? Big rug pull, consolidation, got that nice recovery, and then boom, one more big dip, and then the rip. So yep, exactly what Todd said. 12K was a good spot to do it. At this point, I think it's. I mean, you missed that trade, right? So just kind of hang in there, man. I mean, I think if we do get one more leg down, then then so be it. I think we will actually get this leg down to like 94. That would make sense. We do have like, I mean, we are actually right at weekly 20 EMA. We actually bounced right off of it. 99.25 was the low. Okay. But as long as we stay above the 20 EMA, guys, I'm going to remain bullish, right? If we break below it, sure, we got trouble. We got problems. We'll come all the way back down to like 4,500 bucks. It's possible we do that. If we break below this major weekly support, guys, this 20 EMA, we're going to come back down and test these supports, right? I mean, that's just what markets do. So if we get a continued sell-off in the equities markets and gold selling off, you know, Bitcoin's going to do the same thing. It'll just follow the rest of the market. And this would have been a fake breakout, and you know, we could just dump all the way back down. Why not? I don't necessarily think that's going to happen. Foothold, leg down, tether. Yeah. So exactly right. Maybe you want to wait for a lower high, and then short BTC down to that, you know, gap fill area. That's something you can do. All right. It looks like we might get an oversold bounce here, like we've, you know, looks like we're seeing right now. Oh, sure, yeah, no problem, Babs, no problem, man. Yeah, so we're obviously in a bear flag situation here, okay? We are bearishly consolidating, I would say, for now. I mean, we are still making technical higher lows here than these lows, okay? We did break this structure. Obviously, we were in a red band area. We got sold down. We could even sell down even, like I said, it's possible we even go down to this 8,500 area. This is the bottom of the green bands, okay? But we'll see. I mean, right now, it's like a no man's land territory. We're actually at a median point here, okay? Citigroup. Citigroup still looks good to me. Looks like it's squeezing to the upside. You have daily bullish divergence. You just started creating that positive momentum. I think this was a trade setup like a week or so ago that I gave. Getting in a nice squeeze. Okay. You do have some sort of XA. It's more of just like a flag, I guess. All right. Now these can break either way. These are like equilateral triangles, okay? You're towards the top, okay? But you just started creating positive momentum, and it looks like the MACD just crossed up, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it looks like you just got a cross up, man. So maybe look for an entry at the open tomorrow. Or is the market closed tomorrow? So Tuesday. Yeah, this closed above, right at previous candle body. Okay. So this could be in a breakout come tomorrow. We have triple MACD bullish divergence as well on the 4 hour. Citigroup looks good. Good breakout for sure. Be on the lookout for that. Set some alerts. You got a breakout area around this 5360 area. See how tight the bands are there, right? We're showing regular bullish divergence as well. These are all great signs for a move to the upside. But like I said, if the stock market continues its sell-off, all of this stuff can be negated and we could get a rejection up here. So Citigroup is something to watch because this isn't a nice pattern, okay? What else isn't a nice pattern that I see? Okay, well, what else you guys got? You wanted to see gold, right? Barracks gold or something? I know Warren Buffett's a big investor. MYGN, that was another one, right? Take a look at this one. Bad boy's pretty wrecked. So this looks bearish to me, like we might have continuation to the downside on this. Right? You're in bearish territory at 41. You couldn't even get out of the DGB. Yeah, we'll take a look at it, Senator. Give me a sec here. You put in a bearish weekly candle here on this asset. You're definitely in a bear flag. And you just keep making lower highs, right? Lower highs, lower lows. And then you made the same low here and you tried to rally and couldn't break up above 17 bucks. Couldn't break it. All right. So you're in this bearish, I'd call it a bearish rectangle. All right. I mean, are you showing anything good here on the daily? For the 4 hour maybe? Alright, well, maybe on the 4 hour there is some... You are oversold on the 4 hour. Okay. You might be able to get a nice quick trade back up to like, the 1350 area for, like a quick long or something on this. Just be careful because you're obviously in a bear flag, okay? Hopefully that's helpful, Crypto Keeper. We'll look at DGB, XRP, Link, and Band. All right, DGB, USD. I think I had it versus BTC pairing on Bittrex maybe. Yeah. All right, interesting. So you're actually in a squeeze on the weekly, okay? On this asset. I mean, the daily looks like this actually could be setting up for something, okay? We could get one more maybe leg down if Bitcoin dumps. Right, but this doesn't look so bad. Right, you are holding this upsloping trend line here. This is versus Bitcoin, not versus dollars, okay, guys? Now, if you can hold this trend and kind of pivot here and come back down again one more time and then rip out of here, looks like you could do something like that, okay? Now again, it all depends on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin dumps, well, we're probably going to dump right through this. Probably dump right through this. Okay? But right now, you are holding this trend. EGB. XRP. Yeah, we're at XRP. I think it's pulling. All right, so we fell out of the downsloping channel, bear flagged it. It's going to probably regard this as resistance for right now. So maybe we get a back test of this 20 cent area, this heartline area, okay? I don't know if you guys can see this, but every single time it comes to this heartline area, we know it regarded here as resistance, regarded here as resistance, all the way down, right? Resistance, we had a fake breakout here, resistance again, resistance, then a huge dump, and then we broke it, okay? We broke it, and now it looks like we're gonna back test it, okay? So we could get, like with Bitcoin, come back down, now one more test, 20 cents, and then go, right? Because it'll probably regard this as resistance if it can't rally above here, okay? See, we are at the bottom of the DMI, and you know, towards the bottom of the RSI. I mean, we're obviously now in the bearish control zone. So this isn't, the bears are in charge here for right now, okay? Until we cross back above. 4 hours is actually showing that, or we might get a move back to the upside. Again, might make a lower high and then come all the way down to back test this this heart line here. Really going to depend on what Bitcoin does, unfortunately. All right, that's XRP. We're going to look at Link. So it came back down perfectly to test this once resistance now turned support. Okay, you got a nice spring off here. All right, this actually rallied very nicely. I would say one of the highest performing altcoins during this dump. Okay. So this was a fake break, right? So yeah, I mean, just downsloping consolidation, if you will, right now on Link, producing negative momentum. We did cross below zero on the MACD, okay? Daily not really showing anything just yet. The 4 hour we did show some hidden bullish divergence, not hidden actually, just regular bullish divergence. But that's because we got a lot of selling, right? So we created all that negative momentum. Sellers got exhausted, and now buyers came in, pushed the price higher. See if we end up making a lower high here, and we'll probably make lower lows. So we'll see what happens here. So the trend changed to the downside, okay, guys? So what's going to end up happening is, you know, we might make a lower high up to like 15 bucks and then just come right back down to like $9. I'm just giving a for example of what this pattern might play out as, and that might be the last leg down, okay? Really depends on what Bitcoin does. I'm going to keep saying it because it's very true, right? Here's band. I had it on the U. So band tried. It made an effort. Ended up making a double top. Okay. Now double top towards the top of the red band areas. All right. So this is more of a fake breakout. what it looks like to me. All right, so we can continue to you know, consolidate here, and you know, maybe just continue to do this for a while, and finally break out of it. This is still bullish, guys. Okay, downsloping consolidations are perfectly healthy. You know, we want to just see assets just go up, right? Unfortunately, it's not part of how these markets work, or any market work, really. But we could see continued consolidation here. Okay. Keep you guys posted if I see anything crazy happening on the charts. We did get this regular bullish divergence here that's playing out. We did get a nice, you know, bounce here on this asset today. I believe it bounced from what is this? You know, 650 all the way up to, you know, $10.30. A nice 40% move, okay? That was a pretty significant move up, right? So if we can back test this, again, if we can back test this, make a higher low, and then pivot, we're obviously going to regard this as resistance, so we're going to probably come back down again. If we can consecutively make higher highs and higher lows out of this recovery, then this asset can break out, okay? Again, gonna really depend on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin decides that it's gonna continue going down, well, these other assets are gonna come down with it. All right, it's really that simple. Just so make sure you have an idea of where Bitcoin's at. Right. So DJB XRP link ban. I think I got them all. Anything else, guys? Make sure you guys hit that like button. All right. I know I ask you guys every single time on the stream to hit the like button. Well, I really appreciate it, and it really helps others have the ability to see the content, right? Because the more likes we get on the video, well, the higher it's going to push our video up on the search list. Gotta love the YouTube algorithm. Let's look at ADA real quick. This asset's taking a bit of a beating, more so than others, I'd say. All right. Actually broke completely out of this downsloping consolidation pattern. Pretty unfortunate for anyone that's holding Cardano right now. That didn't work out. Guys, it doesn't always work out every time, unfortunately. Yeah, this obviously looks like a head and shoulders pattern, right? You know, you got your left shoulder, your head, and then your right shoulder up here, and we got the move down. And then it bounced and then made a lower low. Right? I'll look at some assets there. COTI. You want the Bitcoin or the USD pair, sir? Guess we'll just do the USDT pair. I don't really know too much about this app. Is this a new asset, Chris? BTC pair? Alright. Looks like pretty new to me, right? On 2 exchanges. It looks like it went parabolic there for a bit, right? You got your high up here. You got your swing low, okay? So from your swing low to your swing high, now areas of value, right? We're looking for areas of value here, all right? All right, so the 382 fib extension was your first area of value. We broke that, no problem. And then we came back down to that 618 fib, and we got a bounce there, okay? This is the golden zone typically. All right. So, but again, it's going to depend on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin decides to just chop around here and not make that next leg down, then sure, we can easily pivot here, okay? It's gonna, again, it's just going to really depend on what Bitcoin does. But for right now, you know, we're in this this bear flag, okay? Wouldn't even. There's not really much of a pattern here to really draw out. Just need to wait for this pattern to mature a little bit. All right, I mean, you could maybe argue that this is some sort of falling wedge, but we're not showing that divergence just yet. The smaller time frames are showing it, yeah. So yeah, I mean, you could go for some longs here, you know, towards the top of this supply line, right? Around the 600, 550 area, 585 to 600 area. Okay, if we break that, sure, you might get a nice move, you know, back up to 684, and then if we break that, sure, back up to the highs. Okay. Pay attention to Bitcoin, as I do think that that these coins are going to be very dependent on what Bitcoin does, fortunately. I was looking at another asset. It's called BZRX. I don't know if you guys heard of this one, but it made a pretty significant run. Went from 11 cents to a $1.66 and pulled back. Okay, and what do? We hit this 50% area. We got a pivot, and now we're regarding this next fib here as a resistance for right now. Right. Looks interesting though. It looks like it's trying to set up for a move higher. And we got that cross up on the MACD on the hourly. We got a move up, a back test, and then a consolidation here. Looks interesting. Right, so we got a supply line that's like, it's right at the supply line right now, right? And the hourly looks pretty good actually. 15-minute, not so much. Yep, so at a critical area for this asset right here. Could come back down. Make a higher low and rally. Could do something like that. Just an idea, guys. You just definitely want to remain patient right now before doing anything. Just wait for either lower highs to short or higher lows to long. Okay. Back. You guys got anything else for me tonight? XLM. All right, yeah, we'll take a look. All right, so we got some of these oversold candles here. This could be an area of value for XLM. Okay, we did flash an MFI buy on the daily. It looks like we are potentially setting up for a move back to the upside. Did have this this divergence here, this bullish divergence that's playing out right now. This could be an area to buy some, okay? Could be a good area to buy some. This is not financial advice. What I'm seeing. You know, could end up making a lower high and then continue down. That's very possible, depending on what Bitcoin does. But obviously, we are in a bull market right now, despite this big sell-off. I mean, we even came perfectly and touched this this 10 cent, and we even extended to like 12. Okay, before, you know, obviously seller exhaustion or buyer exhaustion. Okay. Looks like we're ending up putting in a higher low here, right? Than these lows. And on this run, came down, tested the support. We can consolidate here and then make another push. That's going to be very nice, right? It's going to be very nice. Then we'll form a new pattern. Still, like, nicely sitting in this this channel. %70 measure move once you break out of it, man. That's pretty significant. Got to break out of it though. Brings you right to the 618 fib extension out of the falling wedge. Right, so these areas are the next targets, okay, over the coming days, weeks for XLM. Anyone watching this Yearn Finance token? This thing's nuts. It's like nothing happened for this token. Just kind of recovered and making higher lows and flagging everywhere. It's crazy, man. Crazy token. Pretty ridiculous trajectory on this asset. Insane, man. This looks interesting too, guys. We got trend line, upsloping trend line support here on this SRM asset. Could be setting up for a move higher as well. Go to the 4 hour so we can get any information here. We did get some bullish divergence that came in. Hidden. Got the cross up today. This could be a nice little trade back up to the top of the range. All right, guys. You guys got anything else for me tonight? Go to ETH real quick. ETH looks like it's making a move. Back in bullish territory on the hourly, okay? Four-hour, 42 on the RSI. Lots of room to move to the upside. We're gonna have them the upside. Looks like we might get a retrace, right? Maybe a lower high up to this neckline area. 400 bucks. How to set up a proper trading plan. I mean, that's something we can coach you with, sir. I mean, if you want to sign up for some of our coaching, we could definitely take you through some risk management things that you can do to make sure you don't wreck your account. Typically, don't want to be trading with more than like 3 to 5% of your total capital, total trading capital. So what I would do is I would start with like 1%. Say you think a coin's going to go up, and you're showing signs on the RSI, and you're showing technical indicators, and everything's aligning. Okay, then maybe start taking a position on. Okay, if you have $1,000 bucks, let's just say you use I don't know, that's tough. $1,000 bucks is not really a lot of. But say you have $10,000 bucks. Okay, you have a $10,000 trading account. I would say start risking like a couple $100 per trade, and making sure you have at least a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Meaning, you're entering. Let's just say you're entering ICX at 45 cents here. Okay, is it worth your risk here based on the potential reward, right? So if you have you're taking a long here, let's just say, right? Just for this specific example. So we think that we're going to go back to the top of the range, right? We think we're going to get a, an 80, whatever that is, says here, back to 80 cents. Okay, so a double up. So this would be a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio because you think you're going to get a double up on this, right? So what you would do is you would set a stop loss pretty tight, okay, because you would need to win. You would need to win double. You would need to win 2 trades to make this trade profitable, right? As opposed to winning, or as opposed to a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio, giving you a greater chance at a greater risk to reward ratio, right? So yeah, your risk to reward ratio here is 7.35. So this is great. If we got this trade set up right here, you would you probably set a stop actually a little lower, probably around this 34-cent area. Okay, this is more of a swing trade though. Okay, like this could take days, this could take weeks to pan out, right? But you would be looking for an entry somewhere over here, which is right along this trend line support. All right, and you probably wouldn't have gotten stopped out because you didn't wick so far down, right? So, like I said, probably you want to look left for supports and look left for resistances as well. So like in this particular example, we'd probably set take profits all the way up, right? If we entered here at 45 cents, we'd be looking to take profit, right here around 47 to 48 cents, and maybe towards the top of this wick here at 48.8, okay? And then maybe even call it just 50 cents. That's fine. Here, this is what I would do if I was taking this trade right here and I wanted to trade it to the upside. All right, you have a wick here at 51 cents. You have a wick here at 54 cents. If you break all that, well, you got wicks, these wicks that go up, right? So this is all going to be regarded as resistance. All right, so this 54 to like 60 cent area is lots of resistance. Okay, and if we break that, right, there's not really too much up here. You got some wicks to break through. That's it, right? So 67 cents, 71 cents, and then up to your all-time high, right? 80 cents. And if you look left, you have these wicks here, right, which all kind of align with this resistance here. So that's kind of how you would set this trade up. This would be, the risk to reward on this is actually very, very, very good. Actually, it says right there, 3.63 risk to reward ratio. So this is kind of what you're looking for. You want a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio when you're setting up your trades. Okay. Really that simple, and just try not to risk a lot of capital and let the trades play out and see if your technical analysis is good. That's kind of how it goes, man. And sometimes it's trial and error too. Like, you need to learn, like, what we're building here on the daily is considered to be a hidden bullish divergence, okay, in this particular example, right? So, but if you guys do subscribe to the SCP indicators, the RSI bands, which is this indicator I'm showing you right here, will help you with entries and exits too, along with your fib extensions that you can draw or use our auto fib tool, which is very helpful. It does the same. It actually just does it for you. Okay, I personally just like to draw it. That's just me personally. Okay. And yeah, these are all take profit areas. Obviously, you want to see where these wicks are too. Where the wicks are, obviously, are going to be clear resistance areas, right? But centerpiece, man, if you want a one-on-one coaching session with one of the STP members, just go on the website swingtradepros.com. We have an area where you can purchase or schedule the coaching, or you can message me in Discord. I'm Mr. Know-It-All. You can message STP Pod or STP Ninja, and we would be glad to help you out. Okay. So here's a perfect example of a wedge breaking to the downside, okay? A wedge in bullish conditions breaking to the downside. 35% measured move to the downside, this one did. So it broke further, man. It broke around 49% down, all right? But, is it bearish? Do not understand all these lines. Which alt will get me 100x in the next 2? Okay. There's no guarantees in this world, brother. All right. But the long term on this particular asset, you guys can see this. We have 1, 2, 3 touch points. As long as this holds this upsloping trend line, man, this is probably a low risk area to take along, right? Because it just continues to make higher lows, right? You guys just started watching. This is Algorand. I'm just doing some just some regular TA for you guys here, just to give you guys kind of an overall outlook of what's happening with some of these assets. If this does break this structure, sure, this can go much lower, right? It can probably come back down to 9 cents, or every single support that's here. 26. That 26 area is a big level, right? So let's just kind of put together that this looks like a bottoming actions in. We had this again. We had this exaggerated divergence we got here on the MACD on the 4-hour, right? We had this little bit of negative momentum, and then boom, just started creating positive momentum, and we got what? Yeah, we got like a 20% move back to the upside, right? So yeah, we'll see what happens here at this neckline around 40 cents. This happens to be the area where it broke down from. So that was a previously regarded resistance that became a support to usher in this move up. What's going to make you 100x? That's a good question. Well, if you bought Bitcoin back in 2010, you'd be pretty happy with it. Here's Neo. We can cover this real quick. Hey, Crypto Keeper, thanks for joining, man. Appreciate you always popping on for the streams. Really do appreciate that. All right, so we didn't even get to the 50% area on Neo. I have these two areas circled because this is a falling wedge, okay? It is regarding this 382 fib extension right now as a support. As long as Bitcoin doesn't continue to dump, well, it looks like we're rounding out, right? So you could, in theory, try for some longs here. This does look like an area where we could get price action to reverse on this asset. Right, nice and tight, down sloping consolidation happening here. But all right, guys, thank you guys again for joining the stream tonight. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you guys have any other tickers here real quick within the next couple minutes, please do shoot them down below in the chat section, and I will cover them. If not, well, I'll catch you guys next Sunday, right? 8 p.m. Eastern time. Oh yeah, man, no problem, no problem. All right, guys. Catch you guys next week, next Sunday. If you guys have any questions or comments or anything, you can always join our Discord and find myself, Mr. Know It All, STP Todd. What about Key? All right, let's look at Key. He actually looks pretty good now. All right, so you got the cross up, right? So you're in a squeeze. Does look like it might make a nice move, all right, Jay? This looks pretty good. All right, so as long as you stay above this 236 area, this 3200th of a cent area, and you can pivot here, you could get towards the top, this 382 area, you know, like 0.4 of a penny. Again, just be careful because Bitcoin, okay? If you do break out of this structure and you do continue to pivot and make higher highs and higher lows, you could expect this to get back up to, you know, 0.7 of a penny, right? All right. Well, thank you guys for joining the stream tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that like button if you guys haven't done so already. Hit the subscribe button and click the little bell to make sure you guys get all of our notifications here at Swing Trade Pros. And we will catch you guys next Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I might do a Saturday stream next week. I'll keep you guys posted for that. Those are usually at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, but I will keep you guys posted. Sure, okay? Thank you guys so much, and have a wonderful week.